If you are a UPSC aspirant, you are preparing for IAS, IPS, IRS, and IFS, please do not skip this video. I actually shot this video yesterday, but there was a problem with the mic, so I am reshooting the video. In my counseling service, the huge number of people that I have given counseling is for people who are preparing for UPSC and government exams. There is a very similar pattern in these people, and that pattern is they are hardworking, they are more knowledgeable than the rest of the society, yet they are financially zero. They don't have any income. They are dependent on their parents for a very long period of time, and they are also lost out on relationships because they are waiting to clear this exam. So I want to share the top 5 things that you should be considering if you are very seriously preparing for this exam. Please take it in the right sense. I'm not here to hurt anybody. The first thing is make sure that this is your dream actually. When I say this, people will not understand it in the first place. Then I have to re explain it to them. Then what I ask is it a dream that you started dreaming, or was it planted by somebody else? For example, when you were around 15 and 16, your parents could have said, my child will become an IAS officer. That stuck with you, but you actually wanted to do something related to psychology and counseling or something like that. But there is a difference in opinion, but you stick with what your parents said. Because of that, you are now 26, 28, you're still preparing for an exam. So make sure that this is your dream. How to find out if it is your dream? Take a piece of pen and paper and start writing the first memory that you have of the thought of entering into the civil services. Was it through somebody, or did somebody say you have the characteristics of doing this, you are good at communication, or did you have somebody in the government sector and you really inspired about them and you looked up to them and you wanted to do that? If it is a real inspiration, go ahead, be happy and prepare. But if it the whole idea was from peer pressure, because one more observation that I've seen is people from North India are more drawn towards these exams rather than South India, because I am a South Indian, but I get clients from North India and I'm seeing the stark difference. Okay, this is the first thing. Check if the dream is actually yours. And the second thing is be very careful about relationships. See, I understand it is a very lonely and a long period of time that you have to spend studying. So, just a likeness, like the similarity that somebody else is also preparing, you meet them in a coaching center, you fall in love. It's not actually love, you just get used to each other and you end up in a relationship that is going to backfire. Because if the other person fails, she will blame you for that, or if the other person passes, you will remain backwards, you will remain just like that. Once somebody passes, no, even if it is your better half, like you're not married, but even if that is your boyfriend or girlfriend, that jealousy will kick in, and they will have to wait for you till you qualify or anything. So do not mess yourself with relationships. Be very clear that this is the time you establish the relationship with God, because there is nobody who's going to understand you much better than God. Start your spiritual practices side by side. It could be mantra meditation, jap, nam jap, or following a guru, taking guidance from a guru. It could be anything, because that strength that it will give will help you um, stay away from these fake relationships. Okay, and the same, be very clear with your family about marriage when you want to get married, because you will have to sacrifice your marriageable age if you are preparing for such exams. Okay, the third thing is you need to have some kind of financial freedom. You cannot stay in this one place and keep sitting and studying for the next 5 to 7 years. It sounds good, but practically it is not good. The harsh reality is, even if they are your parents, the moment you start earning, they treat you differently. Not because money is coming in, the respect towards you increases. And the moment you understand that money is the biggest financial uh, that is going to give you the independence and freedom, your life will also change. Okay. And the fourth thing is UPSC is not life. UPSC is a exam that if you crack, will give you a better future. But do not put this in your mind that this is the only exam that is going to give you a good future. Because if you do that, you are limiting your opportunities, you are limiting your options, you are narrowing life down. This is why a lot of people end their lives if they do not pass the exam. Which comes to my next point, detach. People who are in this kind of preparation exams and government exams tend to become more spiritual because they finally understand the realities of life. They understand that even though you study, sometimes things don't happen. Timing is important, God's timing is important, astrological placements are important. If you are really into astrology, please check your horoscope once. If there is a strong indication for government jobs, because that is related to sun. Some people have very weak sun, and they will not be able to get into this exams. They will not be able to crack how much ever they try. If you believe, okay, again, it's all comes to the belief system. If you believe in astrology, please get your horoscope checked once. Learn to detach from the outcome, and that is why I said don't make UPSC your whole life, because the moment you make something your whole life, if it doesn't happen, your life will collapse. You will not know what to do next in life. And the last thing that I want you to do is make a plan B. So some people might say, but in manifestation and all, we want something means we want that. We will not think anything apart from that. But that is manifestation. This is reality. In reality, let's say you have till 30 years you have not cleared. You have a degree with you, but you have lots and lots and lots of knowledge. You people are one of the most knowledgeable sector in the whole society, but you remain unemployed or financially dependent on somebody. I will not even know about the map, Indian map changes that happened all over different times, but you will know that. But I am earning and you are not. You understand the reality. So I want you to have a plan B. If not, I'm going to make up all the use of the knowledge of studying all this, and I will become a teacher or I will become a professor. My knowledge is going to give me confidence. Have some plan B. These were the 5 to 6 things that I wanted to cover in today's video. I hope it was something that you could relate to, especially if you're an aspirant. And I really hope that it really gave you some new ideas and aspect towards the exam. And do subscribe to the channel because I post a lot of content like this. Lots and lots and lots of love, Swiksha. Bye bye.